Welcome to part 40 of Dynasty Warriors 4 Extreme Legends, and are you ready for some benevolence? I know I am, because we're going to be playing the Battle of Jie Ting. One of, well, 3 battles in the Wujiang Plains. We already covered the Wujiang Plains, and this battle right here was going to be the battle where Ma Ting shows up in the Battle of Wujiang Plains to turn the tide. So we're going to be playing as Jiang Wei, and of course, you can't have benevolence without Jiang Wei. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go on ahead and set our bodyguards, and this is going to be yet another person that I'm going to pick up and play. I'm trying to spice things up. I guess can't play the same characters over and over again. Yeah, I may play Zhuge Liang, but I'm just trying to spice things up and try to beat as many of these as humanly possible. But with that said, folks, it's time for us to deal with Sima Yi and his onslaught against Ma Su. And Ma Su should be familiar to a lot of people because he is the fool who thought doing a downhill mountain attack was a good idea. Oh,
please do all you
oh
can
boy,
to rescue Ma Su.
This was actually easier in Dynasty Warriors 3 as Wei, because all you had to do was trap the moron on the mountain and actually defeat him, which in turn caused Zhuge Liang to, well, fail miserably. Not here. Oh no, you had to actually lure him up the mountain and have him trapped in that area. But here, you have one problem. Jiang He, yeah, that guy with the claws that you see right here, he is got high morale. He has high morale. Sorry, I had to fix what I just said because English language failed. But anyway, Jiang He starts off the battle with high morale, and you're gonna have to chop that high morale down as much as you can. And you know what the bad part is? I have a level, I think level 6 weapon, I do believe. And yeah, that's kind of a bad thing. Because as you can see here, I don't really have much of the combos that makes Jiang Wei a deadly threat, which is where he's able to break guard. Because Jiang Wei, his Musou, all he does is spins his trident around, but he can actually maneuver around enemy officers and get behind them. That's why I said that this guy could break guard real easily. And yeah, he does have some guard breakers here. So Jiang Wei is somebody you do not want to underestimate. Nor do you want to face in battle, especially in, I do believe, part 42, because we're going to be doing Tian Shui there. But whatever the case, folks, that frame rate, that was actually the game itself. That wasn't me. So we're going to try to cut off as much the gate captives as humanly possible and take all the strongholds. That way we won't have to worry about too many officers coming in the direction of Zhuge Liang and Ma Su, because they will do a two-pronged attack. And having to deal with the two-pronged attack is bad enough, but Ma Su has Jiang He literally outside the gate trying to kill him, and Jiang He is at high morale. So let's deal with Jie Kui, and Jie Kui should be a piece of cake because he's not at high morale. No, Xu Huang on the other hand, that's a different story. And due to the fact that everyone in the Shu forces started off at a mediocre morale, we kind of have no choice but end up going into duels with a lot of people. Because if we're like at a low morale or have somewhat of a relationship problem with these guys, like for instance Xu Huang, they're gonna throw us into a duel. Which, by the way, if I win said duel, I'll be knocking them off real easily and getting them out of the way. Alright, Xu Huang, he's gonna try to break guard. And yeah, his Musou could do that as well. By the way, if you could actually block the last hits, if you have enough defense to take it, by all means do so. But remember, you also have a Musou as well, because these duels tend to give you a Musou. So, at least you don't have to worry about that much.
True strength.
But Xu Huang, no problem. We've just eliminated most of the threats that is keeping Ma Su at bay. All that's left is to deal with Xiahou Guan. I think there was one other person we needed to deal with. He's like a sub-general. And then after that, that's it. Because you don't need to really go after Sima Yi just yet. Not until you know Ma Su is safe. So there's really not much to say. You can turn the tide of battle and simply just kill off the enemy officers that are in your way. Look, like Xiahou Yuan, who is actually, now that I think about it, he should not even be in this one, but he is. I guess. Alright, that's right. Mount Dingjun actually takes place after Fan Castle. Or should I say after Season 5? Oh, before Season 5 Castle, that's right. I just forgot about that. God damn it! Whatever the case, folks, Xiahou Yuan is out. And the only reason why he would be in this particular stage... Oh wait, no, he is one of the generals in this particular stage. I'm trying to think, because something about him being in this particular stage here. I think if he was here in this stage, it would be because of the fact that you beat him in Mount Dingjun. And Mount Dingjun was well after Chirbi. I mean, it's like the first stage you take on in this game, so...
Fine now.
Yeah, actually, in Shu's playthrough, this first stage you take on, right after you beat Cao Cao, you deal with Mount Dingjun, and he would be here after you beat him in Mount Dingjun and prevented Huang Zhang's... Well, actually, no, if you help Huang Zhang defeat him, that's what I meant to say. But in Wei's case, if you saved him, he will show up here in Jie Ting. That's what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to remember. Because, yes, Jie Ting did have Xiahou Yuan for the Wei side. The thing is, you have to make sure that he lived through the battle. Sorry if it sounds like I'm confusing you guys, but I'm trying to remember most of this stuff. So practically all you're doing is just making sure that all of the enemy officers are no longer blocking the path. And now that we've managed to take care of all of the officers that would be headed towards Ma Su, and if they would have stayed out there a little bit longer, they would have found a way into the hideout, or I should say the base that Ma Su was taking place in. Since we did this, now we can just turn the tide, but unfortunately, the only person that's actually going to be doing all the fighting is me and maybe Wei Yan. That's the only person. That's why I didn't really talk too much about this battle, because there was like 2 duels, and the rest of them was nothing more than just fighting generic officers, and all you have to do now is just fight Sima Yi and just defeat him. That's it. Sorry about that. And once you turn the tide on him, it'll be all good. But yeah, don't let the difficulty fool you. It can be hard if you're a very, very low level, but once you, like, beat the crap out of a lot of officers and gain some +4 and +2 weaponry, you'll be just fine. I mean, your attacks and your strength will start showing as you just, like, do some serious damage. And it's not the fact that you really have, hold on. Ah, that's a Musou up right there. It's not the fact that you have, superpowered characters. Yeah, to be honest with you, you might want to get used to playing with characters that have superpowers because of the fact, or incredibly strong, because hard calls for you to actually be able to be strong enough to withstand the attacks of all the Pit-Link officers, as well as all of the other officers, and in fact it calls you to have level 9, as I've been stressing throughout the entirety of this playthrough. And Sumegi had literally no morale, that's why I was easily able to kill him off and finish off this stage. But yeah, I do believe that's the end of Jiang Wei and our path to benevolence. Oh wait, no, it's not the end of our path to benevolence just yet, but that's the end of Jiang Wei, because he won't be having any more game time for quite a while. Not really, actually that's the last part I'm going to play as him, because I got 2 more parts with Zhuge Liang, and then somebody else is going to take the helm. I don't know why, I just feel like I would play as the strategist more often. But, yes, Jiang Wei's Trident is at level 7. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys in the next episode of Dynasty Warriors 4 Extreme Legends as we go to the battle for Chengdu in part 41. See you guys next time.